morning, everyone. I'm so glad you are here for our Facebook Live every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 o'clock. Today, I'm going to share with you how you can be a victor, not a victim, no matter your circumstances. Because living as a victor, as an overcomer, it's a decision. It's a decision to see the circumstances around you, no matter how horrible they are, working for you. Remember Romans 8:28. I would outline for you the three very important attributes of a victor, of an overcomer. But if you want to have more training on this, please go to virginiaprodanbooks.com/freedom coaching. So, what are the three common attributes that will define the mindset of a victor, of an overcomer? Number one, as an overcomer, you have to have a heart that it's all in your mission. In a changing world full of the depression, doubts, instability outside of us, many of us, we have instability inside of us. You need to know that God wants you to be an overcomer, and He created you as an overcomer. For some of you who read my book, you know, Saving My Assassin. No one wants to transform you, to build you in the overcomer that God created you. Surely you are not happy with your doubts, depression, or uncertainty inside of you. For those of you who are not all in, those statements maybe sound harsh or too demanding. Jesus and God knows us all. Christ exemplified, in fact, for us what means to be all in commitment. Our all in commitment speaks louder than words. Our actions will always speak the loudest. The biggest reason for all in commitment is based on the benefits for your transformation journey needed for a long-term mindset. The all-in approach will keep you focused and engaged during your troubled time, and we have plenty of those now. In my work, I have watched hundreds of people making strong declaration to change, to pursue passion, directions in life, and to be victors, only to sizzle out years or even months later. You might ask, why is this? Well, some of the reason might be that their all-in commitment was challenged, or not even there to start with, and they were taken out. They maybe just discovered something new that maybe attracted them, and to think that their life will be easier under those plans, they went with other plans. So this brings me to the second attribute of the overcomer. The overcomer has no plan B. He stays on plan A that God created. Our modern culture it's based on plan B, and we leave open all our options, but that does not give us the opportunity to grow. And the reality, the results, we look for results with less commitment. We struggle with trust. We become slow to go into the all in. I grew up in a socialist, and we didn't have any choices. We didn't have the choices that we have here in America. But the biggest problems that we have here is that we make those choices to work against us. We don't want to, we want to keep all our choices open, and we give very little attention to plan A when we go to other. We don't want to deal with the issues of plan B. We just leave. We are unhappy with pretty much everything. We can easily bail out and move to another option. I'm grateful for the opportunities that we have here, but yet underneath the surface, we have created a non-committed culture, and we want results with minimum commitment. But take example of Peter, who had no plan B. when Jesus began teaching people and they started to leave him, Jesus looked at Peter and asked, "Do you want to leave too?" Peter's heart revealed an overcomer, all in. He said, "Where shall I go?" Basically said, "We left everything to be with you. We don't have a plan B." Because, and that takes me to number 3 in our attributes of an overcomer. An overcomer is sure that nothing is off limit with God and only with God. But even with that, we still dodge God's invitation to open our heart fully. We struggle with opening special areas in our life. I get it. Life is hard and it can be painful. We have lots of hurt. I spent many years of my life avoiding God's work in specific area because I was trained that God is disappointed with my performance and he will give me guilt trip all day long. And I avoided the light of God, which is clear, and the correction, because I was thinking he is all correction and shame. You can read more in Virginia Prodan in Saving My Assassin. But in fact, God has a warm love, care, and zero abandonment and judgment. But still, many of us, we remain in a surviving mood, spending more time keeping our battle hidden from him rather than allowing God to fully transform everything in our heart, until we finally say to God, "Okay, I'm tired of all the band-aids. Go ahead and transform my entire work." I spend more time helping people relearning who God is so they can land free in the light of God's love. Living as an overcomer is a decision. It's your willingness to let God work in every area of our life. And from my own experience, when I allowed God to work on every area of my life, I realized the very thing I often avoided, God changed it into an amazing experience, and I had an amazing journey. Nothing is off of God's limit and light and his love. When we trust him, we have a full transformation and a wonderful experience. Life, it's painful. The desire to be a victor is there. It might be there, but the worries and the attack of the cultures can make you take plan B or C and avoid God's plan for your life. So just to summarize, you can be an overcomer because your faith and the tenacity is there to keep you on course. Even when you are attacked, you find great resilience, or people say it's impossible. But you need to trust God in a specific way to equip you and take you to victory. It's a process, and God will take you and transform you into an overcomer. God takes us from where we are and builds us into the overcomers and victors. Be aware that sometimes you will prolong this process by your doubts and lack of faith. Many want to become victors, but when they don't want to engage in this process, Christ is looking for an heart that will remain committed to him no matter the things that will change around, might be unpleasant, uncomfortable, even persecution. I'm here to help you to find the steps and to build the overcomer in you, even as the things change around and even with the persecution coming. If you need more training, feel free to go to virginiaprodanbooks.com/contact. Tell us your need, and we are here to help you. We have every single day, every single week, Wednesday and Saturday at 10 o'clock, Facebook Live, and we respond to your questions. So keep in touch. Make sure you understand that living under any circumstances as a victim or as a victor is your choice. Those steps and many more, if you apply them correctly, will help you to be a victor no matter your circumstances. A victor in your own life, a victor in your family, in your business, and in your community. You were created to conquer the circumstances and not to be conquered by your circumstances. Until next time, Wednesday and Saturday at 10 o'clock Facebook Live. Be blessed, keep in touch, and we'll talk later. Bye bye.